So, I am back with player number 4 that I would get rid of this summer, and as you can see, it is Aaron Ramsey. Now, before some smart aleck comes and tells me that Aaron Ramsey's going anyway, he's a freebie, he's leaving for nothing, we still need to replace him. And I've come up with 3 possible replacements. 2 are from the Premier League. And before I get into that, and my summary of Aaron Ramsey's decade at Arsenal Football Club, thanks very much to every single one of you that is already subscribed. We're currently over 9,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. Started the channel 4 months ago. It's just gone mad. So appreciate every single person who's subscribed so far. And if you haven't, what the fuck you waiting for? Anyway, before I get into that, stick a thumbs up on the video. And don't forget, I will reply to as many comments as I can. I'm busy this evening. So if I don't reply tonight, don't worry, I will go through all of the comments tomorrow evening. Now, for me, I witnessed Aaron Ramsey's winner against Chelsea in the Cup final in 2017. I was there. Big up my boy Ola. Me and Ola were sat together with absolute scenes in that end when Ramsey scored. We absolutely battered Chelsea in that final and nobody gave us a prayer. I wasn't there for the whole final. Again, that ended our trophy drought. Again, Aaron Ramsey with an unbelievable goal. And let's be real, that was a great finish. And we were 2-0 down after, what, 8 minutes? Kieran Gibbs clearing one off the line. We should have been dead and buried, let's be real. But Santi Cazorla got us back in that game with a mad free kick. Koscielny obviously equalised. And then Aaron Ramsey scored the winning goal and put himself down in folklore. But the fact that he's scored 2 cup final winning goals, for me, that's mad. Like, I'm 37 this year. I've watched the FA Cup growing up as a kid. It was a big thing back in the day. When I was a youngster, it was a massive thing. It was Road to Wembley on BBC. They'd do the whole journey, 8 AM in the morning. They'd follow the coach. They'd follow the players. They'd do absolutely every single bit of analysis on your route to the final. They would analyse everything, literally everything, every goal, every player, and it was called Road to Wembley. But as society's changed and as Sky Sports come into action and BT Sport and the Premier League, it's and the Champions League as well, because it used to be the European Cup. It's kind of killed the romance of the FA Cup, along with the League Cup as well. I remember Steve Morrow scoring, and yeah, he scored the goal, and yeah, we won the double against Sheffield Wednesday that season, 1993. What a year that was, a double cup win. But it's sort of kind of lost its romance a little bit, the FA Cup, and that's due to the money that's ploughed in by the Premier League. Sky, etc., BT, Champions League, Europa League, whatever. And for me, I still rate the FA Cup. And the fact that I've seen us win fuckloads of FA Cups in my lifetime, too many to remember, is great. It's fantastic, you know. It's like, it's something that I'm looking at going, well, I'll never forget that. I'll tell my grandkids about the day that Aaron Ramsey scored against Chelsea when they had just equalised as well, by the way. We'd battered them that day, and they equalised, and then bang, straight from kickoff, Giroud into Ramsey, bosh, diving header, and we win the cup again for a record time. But Aaron Ramsey's league career, whilst all the cups are great, that's fine, that's fantastic, and I rate him, and I'll never forget him for that, ever. Some people at Arsenal Football Club, some ex-players, are called legends for scoring 1 cup final winner. This guy scored 2. Now, I've said before on record, big up Guna Eagle Eye, go and subscribe to his channel as well. He's not far off 4,000 subs. I've said on Chris's show, I've said on Tom Canton's show as well, the Guna Talk, that I think Aaron Ramsey is a legend. Now, I'm going to get slated for saying that, but hear me out. The reason I think he's a legend is we've got other legends at this football club that have scored 1 cup final winning goal. 1 cup final winning goal. This guy has scored 2, right? Now, I've had pelters for it before. I've taken flack for it. And on reflection, I think I got it wrong. I'd say he's more of a cult hero. And when I say cult hero, somebody like Thomas Rosicky, somebody like Lucas Podolski, the difference between them and Ramsey is a level above. So he's between the legend status and the cult hero status. But for me, he'll always be a legend. And I don't really care how poorly he's been over the years, like how poor his performances have been over the years. The fact that he basically stopped our trophy drought after 9 years and then scored another cup final winner, for me, I'll never forget that. To the day I die, I will never forget them goals, because to me, the cup final means everything. It's the FA Cup. To the younger generation, I'm not trying to be a mug here either, but to the younger generation that have grown up in the Premier League era, the FA Cup don't mean shit. It's just like, oh yeah, whatever. It's just a meaningless trophy. We'll put the kids out in that one. But to me, as an older guy, not far off 40 now, Yadar and all that bollocks, for me, the FA Cup was class, tradition. It's the oldest cup competition in the world. So that's why I class Ramsey as a legend. But you lot are all going to disagree. I know my comments down there are going to be lit. But how I would sum up his league career at Arsenal is pretty shit, to be fair. Pretty shit. I think he's averaging about 3 or 4 goals a season, 2 or 3 assists. Don't believe the hype. I'll be straight up honest with you. I think he's been fantastic this season. Don't get me wrong. I think he's been the model professional. But I'd expect him to be a professional. He is a professional footballer. So as a professional footballer, I expect you to conduct yourself properly. I expect you to go out there and give the fans 100%. Give yourself 100% and leave everything on the pitch. And fair play to him. He is leaving. He's got a massive deal at Juve. I can't believe they've paid that much money for him, genuinely, because I don't think he's worth it. But he's a good footballer. But in terms of overall, in terms of rating him in his 10 years at Arsenal, I'd say 7. I'd give him a 7, maybe a 7.5. I don't think he's lived up to the hype. Yes, we snatched him away from Man United, but you know, Man United are probably sitting there going, well, we dodged one there, because I don't think he is that good. The amount of times he trots back, the amount of times he gives the ball away with stupid flicks and tricks. But having said that, this season he's done the complete opposite of that. And if I'd seen that Aaron Ramsey from this season for the last even 5 seasons, not even the whole 10 years, the last 5 seasons, I'd be sitting there going, wow, Aaron Ramsey, what a player. How have we let him go for nothing? But on the flip side, I've seen the 10 years, I've seen the half-assed performances, I've seen the stupid flicks and tricks at stupid times, and I've seen the summer window that's just gone where we went on pre-season and he's standing there smirking, playing the, oh yeah, it's up to my agent. The fact of the matter is, let's not dress this shit up, the fact of the matter is, he wanted the similar sort of money to Mesut Ozil. And as much as I don't really rate Mesut Ozil, he ain't in that stratosphere. Nowhere near that stratosphere. Because as bad as I think Ozil is on the pitch, and has been on the pitch, I don't think his Arsenal career's been great. As bad as Ozil is, he brings money into the football club. When we do a tour of Singapore, they ain't going there to see Aaron Ramsey. They're going there to see Mesut Ozil. You know what I'm saying? Aubameyang, players like that, they don't care about Aaron Ramsey. The marketing that comes with a product, which is what Ozil is. Aaron Ramsey ain't got that. So the fact that he held our club to ransom for as long as he did, and that's basically what he did. He held us to ransom. And, you know, you lot might disagree, I don't know. But if you disagree, leave it in the comments down there as well. But for me, I think that what he done is he sees Sanchez and Ozil play the waiting game, long it out, and then Sanchez buckled and fucked off. Ozil went, yeah, I'll have all that, cheers, and signed the contract. Ramsey thought he could do the same. The only snag for Ramsey was the fact that Gazidis quit. And Raul Sanheli, probably butchered that name, but he came in and went, we offered you that, yeah, bye mate, laters, that's in the bin. And listen, yeah, whilst it's sad that he's leaving and all that, I ain't too disappointed, because for me, he ain't lived up to the hype. And Arsenal fans, very sentimental, very reactionary. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe Ramsey's leaving. He's been fantastic this season. Yeah, what about the other 9? Okay, so take out the 2 cup final goals, which, like I said, I'd call him a legend for them 2 cup final goals. But his overall 10 years at Arsenal, not good enough for me. Not good enough. Never lived up to the hype. So 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Similar to Koscielny, like I said the other day, that neither of them have lived up to the hype. But if I rated Koscielny 7 out of 10, I've got to give Ramsey 7.5, 8 then, haven't I? So anyway, fuck all that. Let's get into his replacements. I've got 3 replacements. So yeah, let's start it off. I am going to go with replacement number 1, and that is David Brooks. Now, it's a slightly different position because he's more of an attacking midfielder, more of the Ozil role, the Mkhitaryan role, etc. But I've been so impressed with this kid. Obviously, he plays for Bournemouth, 21 years old, under contract for the next 3 seasons. So it'd be quite expensive to get him away from Bournemouth. But I think he is destined to be a top draw footballer. And if you can cut it in the Premier League, you can cut it anywhere. It's simple as that. This season he's played 25 league games, 6 goals, 4 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic. He's lightning quick, he can dribble, he's got an eye for a pass, he can take free kicks, left foot, right foot. Fantastic footballer. Personally, I think that would cost about 20-25 million pounds. And if Arsenal come calling, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but you're leaving Bournemouth. Fantastic young player. Like I said, slightly different position because Ramsey's more of a box-to-box. But that is something I would definitely look at this summer. The second player, obviously, Adrien Rabiot from PSG. Worked with Unai Emery before, 23 years old, came up through the youth system at PSG. Only started or played in 14 league games this season, and his contract is expiring this summer. Now, when I was doing a little bit of research on Rabiot, I see that his mum, who was formerly his agent, not sure whether she's still his agent, I think he sacked her, which is brutal in itself, but I see that she's come out and basically said that he is being held hostage by PSG. Held hostage by PSG. Now, for me, that is the ideal replacement. He's free. Yes, you'd have to pay a little bit more in wages. He's a good player. He's got age on his side. And he's clean and tidy with his passing. No fucking about with him. Nothing fancy. No flash shit. None of these back heels and tricks. He gets the job done. And for me, I personally think that he would be the best one. And I can see that happening. I'm not sure whether it will happen, but I think that's got good legs on that. And I think that that will run. And I think that we have a great chance. I'd say that we're maybe 70-80% chance of getting this guy in the summer. Surely because of the fact that Unai Emery's worked with him before and he rates him and he's free. That's a perfect Arsenal signing, ain't it? Anyway, last but no means least, Abdoulaye Doucouré from Watford. Firstly, you'd only have to go, 100 yards to our training ground from Watford's, which was formerly our training ground. Big up Nicolas Anelka for that one, because that paid for the new training ground. But again, somebody who's absolutely smacked it in the Premier League. He's playing for a team, no disrespect again to Watford, but they're below us in the league. They're not that great. Better players make players better, and he'd have better players around him. Put him next to Lucas Torreira, Jesus Christ, I think that would be a good pairing. He's 26 years old, he's under contract till 2023. That one will probably be the most expensive out the 3. Personally, I do think he's a good player. He's got 6 assists this season in the league, 27 games he's played out of 30, 3 goals as well in that. Personally, for me, I don't think he's technically good enough to play for Arsenal, but you guys might differ. I don't know. Out of the 3, like I said, Rabiot is the one, but Brooks, that boy is a baller, and if anyone snaps him up in the summer, they've got themselves a fucking gem on their hands. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Aaron Ramsey is a club legend? Leave it down there. Be nice to me, man. Seriously, come on, man. 2 cup final winning goals. Premier League, shit. Cup final winners, that's a bit of me. But leave it all down there. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you would bring in the summer to replace Aaron Ramsey. Obviously, he needs replacing. Any of the 3 I've picked, let me know. Anyone that you want to throw into the mix, let me know as well. And like I said, Thanks very much for 9,000 subscribers. I really genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And it's overwhelming the amount of views I get as well. So make sure you smash a like on the video, share that shit around. And until tomorrow, we're playing number 5. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.